You guys know me, I've never been the biggest fan of guest characters, and I will always take a Mortal Kombat character over a guest character. But if there's one guest character that I really want to be in Mortal Kombat 11, my dream guest character, it's Michael Myers, the horror icon from John Carpenter's Halloween. Michael Myers is my favorite horror slasher. I have all of the movies, and I've watched all of the movies. Yes, unfortunately Resurrection, and unfortunately Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So I know plenty about this character, and yeah, I want him in Mortal Kombat 11. But there's a misconception going around that if Michael Myers were to be in Mortal Kombat 11, he would be like a Jason 2.0 or Jason with a kitchen knife, or they would be the same character. Why would you want to put Michael Myers in Mortal Kombat 11 when we have Jason in Mortal Kombat X? And this can't be any more further from the truth. I actually do think we will get Michael Myers in Mortal Kombat 11, and in today's video, I'm going to make the case for Michael Myers in Mortal Kombat 11 and explain why he would fit perfectly fine in the game. First of all, I would like to say thank you all so much for your support on the channel these past couple of weeks. It's been just amazing. So if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you drop a big thumbs up on this video and also subscribe so you never miss a Mortal Kombat video. Alrighty.
Let's talk about Michael Myers.
To understand Michael Myers, you have to understand that in the movies, Michael's victims are always finding themselves running away from Michael. The victims are always being chased. And once Michael Myers gets to you, he's not letting you go. So you're always running from him. And so if you have Michael in a setting where he's put up against someone with the goal to kill, you have to nail down that trait of Michael in his moveset. He has to have a playstyle where the opponent is usually finding themselves trying to avoid you or make distance from you because once Michael is up in your face, you're in trouble. These styles are similarly already in the game, and it's totally doable. For example, in Scarlett's case, she's a zoner, so as the opponent, you want to be up in her face so you don't get zoned out. In Jackie's case, we all know her pressure up close is insanely good, so you want to get away from her and create distance. That is totally different from Jason, because Jason is supposed to be a brute and all up in your face and very aggressive, which explains why he fit Mortal Kombat X so well, since every character in that game played like that. Michael is a bit different. He's not a brute and he's not very aggressive to get in your face. He may be a little aggressive once he is in your face, but to get there, he's not. This is evident from the fact that Michael Myers never runs in his movies, so it's a perfect fit for a game where there is no run button. So we've established that Jason and Michael Myers are very different characters when it comes to playstyle, and Michael is hypothetical, of course. Jason is a brute and very aggressive, while Michael is not. He's very tone and is quiet. Jason's character calls for running straight to your opponent and being aggressive, with the opponent doing the same thing because that was just the nature of Mortal Kombat X. While Michael Myers' character calls for your opponent needing to run away and make distance, which is a playstyle already very present in Mortal Kombat 11 with various characters. So what moves would Michael Myers have that are different from Jason? I think the bread and butter moves should consist of a very aggressive knife slashing moveset. We don't have this at all in Mortal Kombat 11. Yes, Kano has a knife, but he doesn't constantly have it out and use it in his basic punching and kicks. The closest we got to this kind of playstyle was the Joker in the Injustice games. Of course, Michael isn't going to play like the Joker, and that's not what I'm suggesting, but my point is that moveset trait that the Joker has from the Injustice games can be used as a framework for Michael Myers, making the possibilities endless. Specifically, I want to talk about special moves, because that's what makes a character special, of course. I've always liked the idea of a being chased special move, where it would work a little bit like Jason's move from Mortal Kombat X, where the screen goes red, horror music starts playing, and your inputs randomly mix up. However, how this would work would be once you activate this special move, the screen turns maybe a little darker, the Shape Kills track from the Halloween movies play, and the opponent can no longer have the ability to move forward, dash forward, or jump forward, and they only have the option to walk back, backdash, jump back, and use their moves. This would be very in spirit of the character because, again, in the movies, you are always being chased by him and always running away. The move's purpose is to corner you and to make you feel helpless, just like how it is in the movies. All while the music from the Halloween movies puts the cherry on top. Maybe amplifying the move gives Michael Myers projectile immunity as well. Another move that I can see Michael Myers having would be a reference to his Halloween 2 kill, and also similar to Harley Quinn's poison needle restand from the Injustice games. This move would work like a command grab, so what Michael Myers would do is grab you, pull out a syringe needle, stab it into your eye, and the effect would be that it restands your opponent and it would put your opponent to sleep, giving you the ability to hit your opponent even more for more combos and more damage. Or maybe it restands the opponent and they lose meter, or it drains their meter, or it does both, but the meter loss is what you get if you amplify the move. I'm just putting out ideas there. Another special move idea would be a simple choke move, where you grab your opponent by the throat, pick them up, and you have to tap a button rapidly, and the more you tap the button, the more Michael walks forward and repositions you back as far as the game or the move allows. So maybe you're mid-screen, and you grab your opponent and push them back into the corner. Lastly, if I were to give some ground to those saying Michael Myers would be Jason 2.0, I will say that if there is any move that I can see Michael Myers adopting, it's Jason's teleport from Mortal Kombat X. Michael Myers would probably have a move like this because, number one, that also would be in spirit of the character since there are many moments where Michael Myers is just there. And number two, Michael Myers doesn't throw any projectiles, so it would be a good move for him to get in on a zoner like Scarlet. If I were to make it different from Jason's teleport, I would say that Michael could have the ability to delay his teleport, since in the Halloween movies, there are times where he hides for a while and keeps his victims guessing before he pops out. Right there, I literally just made a variation for Michael Myers, with one extra special move. I know characters have 3 variations in this game, but if I can come up with one variation for Michael Myers, a dumb brain YouTuber who just watches his movies and plays games, then I am pretty sure people whose jobs are to create characters and variations are fully capable of doing what I just did and beyond. Another argument that I see people have against Michael is that his customization wouldn't work since his looks aren't different enough from his movies. Number one, I think people who say that just haven't seen the Halloween movies. Michael Myers has had different masks every single Halloween movie. There are 11 Halloween movies. You have 11 masks by default. And number two, we have Robocop in the game. Robocop has only had like a maximum of 3 different looks in his movies. And look at his customization in Mortal Kombat 11. It's just like everyone else's. NetherRealm can easily make up their own shit if they needed to, just like they did with Robocop. Then you might say, oh, okay, well, what are the 3 things you can customize? Well, that's easy. So his coveralls can be his costume, and his 3 gear options could be his knife, his mask, and maybe a jack-o'-lantern that he brings out in gameplay that will give him traits or special buffs in the game. Look, just there, I just came up with another special move for Michael Myers. Guys, it's not rocket science. If you've watched the Halloween movies, like I have, you would know that it's not hard to come up with the case for Michael Myers. All in all, guys, you can tell that Michael Myers is the guest character and the only guest character that I am really pushing for. And I'm here to show you that, of course, he could work in Mortal Kombat 11, and anyone who says otherwise is just wrong. I actually do think we will get Michael Myers in MK11. This isn't a video saying that he will be, but I do have a video explaining why I think so. So to give you a preview as to why I think so, that also debunks another argument, is look at the pattern of the guests that we have. A lot of people seem to say that the guest character theme in MK11 is 80s action icons, but that's not true. There's only 2 80s action icons in this game, Robocop and Terminator, who are a pair. Joker is not an 80s action icon, he's a comic book icon. Spawn is also not an 80s action icon either. He's a comic book icon because that's where he started. the Joker and Spawn are a pair of comic book icons. We don't know for sure if Ash Williams is going to be in the game, but if he is, guess what? He isn't an 80s action icon either. He's a horror icon. So who's going to pair up with Ash? That's right, Michael Myers. He's very relevant right now since he has a new movie coming out next year. And also remember, Ed Boon did say that Michael Myers and the Terminator were considered to be in Mortal Kombat X. Guess who's in MK11? The Terminator. Looks like NetherRealm has got some unfinished business to do, and I would like to see it. Also, Ed Boon did tweet about Michael Myers a few months ago. I don't know if it's a hint, but it's something there. Anyways, that's the case for Michael Myers. If he doesn't end up in Mortal Kombat 11, yes, I will be a little bit disappointed, but oh well, what am I gonna do? But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and share it with your friends who may say that he's just Jason 2.0 and wouldn't work. Be sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel and subscribe for more Mortal Kombat content. Anyways, I'll see you all later.